how to get the research that really moves the needle. So first, I want to give credit where credit is due. This entire section is a result of the genius of Ryan Levesque. He's the creator and founder of the Ask company. Now, I've been honored to work with Ryan for years, and I've worked with hundreds of these deep dive research projects, and I'll tell you firsthand, this is up there when it comes to some of the most valuable work that you can do in your business, for any business. I still do it in my business today. So in 2017, I did this deep research for this global brand. They have millions of customers around the world. And the project literally took months to complete. But in the end, we not only discovered marketing that gave the company a 60% lift on their offers, we also discovered several new opportunities that were worth many millions in new revenue. So when I say this can transform your business like nothing else, I'm not exaggerating here. All right, you ready to get started? I'm gonna walk you through, the basics of creating and conducting deep dive survey research. Now, I'm also gonna encourage you to watch the bonus video that I did with Ryan himself, explaining some of the nuances and the value of doing these deep dive surveys. And I've also asked Ryan if he would make available his book, Ask, for you at no cost. We'll see how that goes. In this book, Ryan explains not only how to do the deep dive and the methodology behind it, but he goes extremely deep into the details of how to get the most value out of this research once you've done it. Now, I have instructions and a link below. All right, you ready to get to work? So the big idea here is that you're gonna create this survey for your customers. If you have a list of prior customers, this is the best place to start. If you don't already have this list, that's okay. We're gonna find a place in your current sales funnel where you can inject this survey, and then we just let it run. So let's talk about the survey itself, because it's probably not what you're thinking. Most people don't necessarily do surveys correctly, at least for collecting the kind of research that really matters, what we're talking about here. Because the gold in the survey lies in what Ryan calls the SMIQ, or the single most important question. This question is, at the end of the day, the most important in all your marketing research. And it goes a little like this. So I want you to think about the benefit that you deliver to your customers. So in our brain health supplement business, it would be, like sharper focus, better memory, better attention, protecting your memory, paying attention to details, right? And in my friend Chuck's Amazon listing business, it was growing the channel sales on Amazon. For my business broker friend, it was, getting the highest price when you go to sell your business. Got it? What is it that your ideal customer wants from you? What do they expect from you? This is the desired result. Then you want to drop that desired result into the following sentence structure. And this is important. It's been researched and tested and proven, so don't fiddle with the vocabulary here, okay? Just trust me. So this is how your SMIQ reads. When it comes to your desired result, what is it that you struggle with the most? What is it that keeps you awake at night? What is it that frustrates you the most? What you're doing in this sentence structure is really important, because what you're doing is you're saying, when it comes to the desired result. And what this does is this puts that desired result first and foremost in their brain space, in their state. And then you ask them, what do you believe is keeping you from getting to that desired result? Now, this should get them clear and specific on what they think is keeping them from having the promise that you deliver. And this is the pure gold that you're after. So in your survey, give them the space to let it all out. Use an open-ended question. No limit on characters. And I want you to try and encourage them to leave a long answer with suggestions in your question copy. So for that big global brand I mentioned earlier, one woman actually wrote a 2-page answer. It was incredible. When you give people the forum to vent, they often will take advantage of it. And here's the thing, in your survey, you're gonna place this SMIQ question as the second question. The first question that you're going to ask them is what we call the icebreaker or the grease the wheels question. It has to be, really a brain dead or thoughtless question, one that requires zero imagination or thought. Typically, this is the gender or the age question. Something like, are you a man or a woman? Which age group do you fall into? It doesn't really matter, but it just needs to be kind of a brain dead question to get them clicking and starting the survey. Then you ask the SMIQ. Once you do this, then you go to question number 3, which is kind of the difficulty question. And that kind of takes the form of, for your desired result, how difficult has it been to find a solution? You can wordsmith this, but you really want to present 3 basic answers. It hasn't been too hard, or I struggle with it, or damn man, it's been nearly impossible. So this question tells you the temperature of their burning desire. It's the strength of the problem that they're having. And then in the 4th question, this is the where question. Where do they go to find the solution to the struggle that they have? This will tell you where to spend your advertising and marketing budgets. And in the final 2 questions, they pretty much can be anything you want. Might inquire something that you specifically want to know, maybe demographics or, any sort of generic questions. You don't really need to push this. It's an opportunity to get some more data, but it's not necessary. But here's what's important, the final question. This is their name and what we call the multiplier question. The multiplier question basically goes a little like this. If we have further questions or would like to clarify your answers at all, and we promise not to try and sell you anything, would you be open to an additional phone call? If so, please leave your phone number below. That's it. You now have the majority of what you need to know. You have their struggle. You have the intensity of the struggle. You have where do they go to find answers to the struggle. Those are the important factors that you really need to know. Remember that master marketing equation, the right message to the right person at the right time and place? Well, now you have all 3 of these elements. And when you start spending your limited resources producing marketing that gets results, you want to spend those resources with the greatest possibility of return. You're solving the biggest problems for your most profitable customers, and you know where they go to search to find the solution. Voila. Do you see the magic here? It's what completes the entire puzzle for you. Well, almost. We have a little bit more left to uncover and discover, but your brain should now be buzzing with excitement because you've unlocked the secret to simple and effective marketing. There's no more guessing. There's no more throwing crap against the wall. You know who's driving your profits. You know what they're struggling with, and you know where they go to find the answers. And this, my friends, is the ultimate insider knowledge. So now that you have your quiz developed, you need to send it to your customers and ask if they would have time to fill out the survey. Now, you want honest answers, so don't bribe them with an Amazon gift card or, a Starbucks coffee card or any sort of monetary bribe. People are gonna go and take your survey just to get those bribes, and the data is gonna be potentially corrupt and worthless. People will just give you the ASDF answers. So what you do want to do is you want to incentivize them with something that's congruent with your desired result or something that's congruent with what you sell. So for another example, my Amazon friend Chuck, his listing management service, I might give his clients a white paper that shows them how to recoup, say, thousands of dollars in their Amazon listing fees. If it were my broker friend, I'd give away maybe, like an insider's guide to how to increase your business value 2x with the proper legal structures, some sort of congruent offer that's an incentive for people to take your survey. Again, give away something that adds value to your customers. It makes them think about your product and it's congruent with your offer. Your marketing team's gonna thank you, believe me. So now that you have your survey built, you just have to get enough people to answer your survey. Enough people that you can make educated and statistically relevant decisions from it. And in our experience, it's about 500 responses. The more the better, but 500 is kind of minimum. So remember that global brand that we did this research for? They actually had about 7,000 responses in the first 24 hours. So you can bet we knew exactly what everyone's issues were and a great many opportunities that arose out of that as well. But shoot for about 500. You can do this through email, you can do this through your lead gen funnel, you can do this in your current sales funnel, or you can just run straight up advertising and get it done. You can even use paid traffic with a lead gen funnel to get this completed. It's absolutely worth spending the money to complete this research. And in the workbook, in this module, I've included several funnel diagrams and examples that you can model for your own business. It doesn't really matter as long as you're targeting, your prior or your ideal customers. If you have trouble getting to 500, you can always jump back to the B2B section and use their process. It's a little different, but it should yield good results too. And next, we're gonna do the analysis that turns this very subjective data into objective, actionable gold. In the next module, we're gonna tie everything together for you. So quickly, in the comments below, you know what I'm gonna ask? Let me hear your SMIQ, your single most important question. Let's get that sucker refined. Type it below, and then I'll see you in the next lesson tying this all together.